Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So of course, as you can tell from the title of the video, today I'm creating 3 eye looks with the new Glaminatrix Nearly Natural palette. This is a remastered version of an older palette. I never owned that one, but I am still pretty excited to play with this one. If you are new here, hi, hello. I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and hopefully choose to stay for a while. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I know a couple of you were excited for this palette and did messaged me over on Instagram if I was picking it up. So yeah, okay, let's get to started with creating some eye looks. All right, before we get started with an eye look, let's talk real quick about this beautiful palette. It has a 24-month shelf life and it was made in PRC. I want to say the outer packaging matches the palette. It does. Well, except it doesn't have the gold. It's just, and it does have a plastic cover on top. All right, so the Nearly Natural palette retails for $56. Glaminatrix is an Australia-based indie brand, so it did take like 2 to 3 weeks to get to me. Keep that in mind when you're ordering from the brand. This is the 3rd item I have bought from the brand. The Nearly Natural palette, it's revamped and reimagined. Say hello again to Nearly Natural. Now with a glow up, we've brought back this beloved palette with a fresh new look and formula upgrade. Featuring 20 ultra pigmented, this neutral, earthy, versatile palette includes 9 metallic shimmers, 10 smooth blendable mattes, 1 brand new baked eyeshadow formula. It's a magnetic palette, vegan, cruelty-free, and 24-month shelf life. It does have a plastic cover, and if I can get it off. This is the biggest palette that I've bought from the brand. I own a mini, so they came out with 4 different color stories. I bought the brownie warm tone mini one. I forget what the name of the little mini palette. It's a 6-pan mini palette. It's unfortunately no longer available. When I checked the website, I think only the green and the blue color story ones are available. Formula in there, beautiful. The mattes are blendable, not a ton of pigment right off the bat, but you can really build up the pigment and the shimmers. The shimmers, I think the shimmers is what got me when it comes to Glaminatrix. Let me tell you what makeup I have on my face, because I pretty much look like I'm ready, and that's because we went out to breakfast with some family who came into town. Givenchy Glow Serum Foundation, Refi Concealer, and I always link exact shades down below. All you have, my kids are being very loud. I'm so sorry. All you have to do is click on the link and it'll take you exactly to the shade that I used. Cream contour, I used the ABH. Cream bronzer, I used the Semi Haze. For powders, I used the Givenchy pressed powder for my under eyes and the Makeup Forever loose powder for the rest of my face. I used this Westman Duo in Petal and Biscuit. Used both the contour and the blush, and then I did go into a tiny bit of this matte bronzer in 04 Warm from Dior. I did use this Glaminatrix blush duo, so you get a cream and a powder just like the Patrick Ta. Muted Mocha is the tone that I have, and I have been loving this. You can tell how much I've used this. Such a beautiful tone. It does click pretty hard, because I thought at first maybe the cream was gonna dry out a tiny bit, but because the seal is pretty strong when you click it, I haven't had any issues. So I used this cream blush, and then once I put on my powder products, I did use that powder blush. For eyebrows, I have on the Gucci brow pencil and the Maybelline brow gel, and then just the Summer Fridays lip balm. I think vanilla is the one that I have on. Okay, so let's open up this bad boy. So this feels like fall leather. I do enjoy the packaging. It feels like it has texture in it because of the little designs. And then there is a plastic cover, and there it is. It's a boring color story, I know, but it's so beautiful. These shimmers are what I'm the most excited about. It does have a big mirror Okay, so let me go ahead and put on some eye primer because I'm already taking so long and talking too much, and I need to get these on my eyelids. I do not swatch the palette until after I'm done creating eye looks. Okay, MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre is on. And if you are new here, I usually create one eye look here, one eye look here, go take the makeup off, come back, and then create the third and final eye look on both eyes. All right, so which way do we want to go for today's eye look? More than likely, these tones here are probably mostly going to be inner corner shades for me personally. Let's do maybe a tiny bit of a rosy. Let's do this tone here, which is Untouched. I did not own the original Nearly Natural palette, but a lot of people loved that palette. This is the It for Ulta Brushes number 105. I'll use this as a transition shade. Can't speak today. Oh, beautiful. Has a little bit of rosiness in the tone. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, this is blending out so softly. It almost looks airbrushed, doesn't it? All right, now I'm gonna jump into this tone here, which looks like it might have a little bit of a burgundy reddish tone naturally. This is a Artitude Cosmetics little small fluffy crease brush. I believe the Artitude Cosmetics website is currently undergoing some upgrades or updates, and I can't link this brush. I mean, I could link it, but you're gonna get the notification saying they're having some work done on the website. I'll share the link, but I don't think you can shop Artitude Cosmetics currently. And I'm just tapping first before I blend, but this is a beautiful tone. Oh, do you see that? These mattes are blending like a dream. I almost feel like they're a tiny bit different than the mini palette I have from Glaminatrix. They're just softer, smoother, almost like a creamy powder consistency. The mattes from the little mini I have, in a way, feel a tiny bit more dry. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next glitter glue is on, and there are so many beautiful tones to pick from. I think I'm gonna go for this one here, Nearly Natural, and that's gonna go right in the middle. Okay, and I think, gosh, should I go for this? This one looks a tiny bit yellow. I kind of want to do that one. Let's do this one, and hopefully it's not too yellow for this eye look. And this one's gonna go in the front. I mean, do you see how beautiful that looks? Oh, gorgeous. These shimmers are, it's very cloudy outside, so you can't even see exactly what I see. Okay, I think we're gonna jump into the lightest matte right here. Pure, and it just looks like a very light nude tone. This is Wayne Goss number E5. Oh yeah, perfect for the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna start on this eye, and then once I'm done with both eye looks, I'll put on mascara and show you the full completed eye looks, also with a lip. Okay, I think I want to do a smoky eye look. We'll start with this warm toned, barely there, nude. This is a Refer 15 mini. They're currently, I believe, having their very last store-wide sale. So I don't know if by the time I post this, well, I think is this video going on Monday? I think so. So yeah, check them out, because I don't know until when the sale is going. So I'm just putting this tone in the crease, and I feel like you can barely see it. I mean, it is cold, barely there. A tiny bit on my lower lash line. Yeah, you can barely see this. Okay, and I think I want green. Let's do this one here. Essence. It's more of a yellow mustard green versus an olive green. I'm gonna put this on the crease. I'm probably gonna go back to that Barely There shade and blend out the edges of this tone with a beautiful like yellow green, almost like a darker version of a chartreuse tone. I am going to put some on the lower lash line all the way, or maybe a third way in. No, halfway in. Yeah. Okay. Ugh, do you see? Tones like these are some of my absolute favorite. All right, and I think I'm gonna jump into this like gray black shimmer. It's what I had pictured when I was thinking about this eye look. Oh yeah, it's like a metallic, almost like gunmetal, shimmery black. Okay, that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of the black cinder, and I'm gonna take this fluffy shader flat brush so that I don't have to use that black shimmer underneath, because I do feel that if I start swiping, I'm gonna get glitter fallout everywhere. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of that black so that I can connect the top with the bottom and it looks a little bit more cohesive. I'm literally just barely dipping my brush in there and just tapping it down and connecting that with the top. Yeah, just like that. Okay, Wayne Goss number E5, and I'm gonna jump into Soleil's, which is a little bit more of a cool toned light nude. I'll use that as my inner corner. Hopefully it's light enough. Bring it just a tiny bit here. All right, let me go ahead and apply some mascara. Come back and show you both completed eye looks. All right, my lovelies, I am back. I went into my mini Laura Mercier mascara, tiny bit of the What's Up Beauty mascara, and then I did go into a tiny bit of the What's Up Beauty highlighter because I realized I didn't have any highlighter on. And then for the lips, I used the new Dominique Cosmetics Lip Shape Lip Frame, the new lip liner in Soft Brownie, and the Little Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow in Soft Blush. That's it. That's all I have on my face. And that's it. That's all I added off of camera. But here it is. Here are the first two eye looks with this Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix. So eye look number 1. So pretty. And this smoke show over here, eye look number 2. This hair is bugging me. Very, very pretty. I think I'm enjoying this eye look just because it's opening up my eyes a tiny bit more. All right, let me go ahead and wash these eye looks off and we can get started on the third and final eye look and end this video. All right, I am back and face stayed the same. I just haven't gone into my powder bronzer, powder blush. I went ahead and just used the same products. We are going to start with this pretty brown here, Disrobe. This is the Refer 1.5 Mini. And it's gonna go in the outer corner. Urban Decay Primer Potion. I did use a different eye primer. And this is the third eye look, so it will be on both eyes. All right, now we're gonna jump into, yeah, this one here. It looks cool tone on the camera, but I think it's more neutral. Serene, and this is the It Brushes for Ulta, the number 105. And I'm gonna use this for the edges in a tiny bit. On the crease, you should be able to see this one more than that other one. Oh yeah. I think I'll go colorful with the shimmers and keep the mattes pretty neutral. This is the eye look I'll be wearing for the rest of the day. Okay, I honestly did not know we were going to get a full rainstorm. I'm gonna jump into, well, should I do raw or unveiled? And this pretty coppery orange one is so pretty too. Oh my goodness. That's an airplane. No, let's go with my original. This one here, unveiled. This one feels very soft and very thin. Like the base is not super opaque. Not quite a topper shade, but similar. Okay, and I'm looking this one here. I feel like this eye look is looking pretty cool tone neutral. That was not my intention. Ooh, beautiful icy one. Does it have a shift to it? No, I think it's maybe just icy. Okay, and then I'll use the lightest nude pure as my inner corner shade. Do I want to add a tiny bit of black in the outer corner? I feel that's pretty dark already, right? All right, my lovelies, I am back, and I did end up putting just a slight amount of that black matte tone. I did already scoot you out. What did I finish? So I used everything exactly the same, except for the highlighter, I went into the Dior in Pink Halo. And for the lips, still used the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner. But then I went into this MAC Powder Kiss lipstick in its Personal. Everything else stayed exactly the same. But here it is. Here's eye look number 3. With this Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix. So pretty. It's pretty icy and cool tone. Definitely not my intentions. It's just what happened. All right, go ahead and let me know which eye look is your favorite. And I'll also insert swatches of the palette. I don't like to swatch the palette before I play with it because I don't want to get any preconceived notions of any shades. So that's one of the reasons why I don't swatch before I create any eye looks. I would have to say eye look number 1 is my favorite. I love pairing rosy burgundy tones with yellow. I feel like they complement each other so well. And I definitely feel that out of all 3 eye looks, that's the one that really opened up my eyes, and it was just so pretty. All 3 eye looks were pretty, but I think that one for sure is my favorite. So don't forget to let me know which one is your favorite. I would love also to know if you have tried Glaminatrix. I think this is an absolutely beautiful palette. I used 16 out of the 20 shades. I used almost every matte except for 1 shade. Yeah, the only one I didn't use was this olive green one, and I think 5 of the shimmers I didn't use. Even though this is a 20 pan palette, I love the size of the pans. I think it makes up for it having 20 shades in here. Yeah, everything about this palette. If you're a neutral lover, I think this is a perfect palette for you. If you're somebody who's just dipping into makeup, this is also a perfect palette for you. I think this is a beautiful everyday palette, and the shimmers in here, oh my gosh. These shimmers are so pretty. And I do remember absolutely being blown away when I bought the mini palette from Glaminatrix by the shimmers. They're so special, so special. I am enjoying dipping into this brand a tiny bit more. Pretty stoked that I picked this palette up. It was my Mother's Day present to myself. And then this blush duo I have been loving. I definitely use it quite a bit. Maybe the next time I place an order from Glaminatrix, and if those blush duos are still available, I'll pick up a different shade. All right, yeah, so let me know your favorite eye look. Let me know if you've tried this brand. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I love and appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. I do plan on going live again. If you missed that, keep a lookout for my community tab. I will let you know when I'll go live again. But with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye!